So many refreshes. So many refreshes. How's it going, everybody? It's the last night of the 6-star featured basic Odin. I'm going for the 6-star top 100 spot. I am clicking refresh on all these guys again because that's just the state of the game right now. It's been a good push. It's been a good long stretch. I'm feeling good. Just gonna be putting up some more points here, rounding out the score, and then come 10 o'clock tomorrow, well, then we see, and then we hope for the best. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the stream. I am Rob vonShoe. Pleasure having you guys here. So many freaking refreshes. So the idea here is to just go down the available roster, right? Play whoever I can play, and then you know, keep refreshing, going from there. But it has been a long grind. It's been a long grind. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's been a long grind. So I got a fun video. I don't know if it's going to come out tomorrow because I still do have to wind up editing it together and kind of, you know, making it work. But I did a video log of the grind here because it was twofold. First of all, I just wanted to, you know, keep track of sort of like how many times the game crashed, how many times I, you know, wound up refreshing, all that stuff. And wound up being pretty interesting because at the same time too, I was also putting up points in the Archangel arena because I wanted to see how many, if it's plausible to do 2 featured grinds concurrently. And the answer to that is yes, but you are a crazy person to attempt it. So we'll see. We'll see. But the main focus is and always has been Odin. Odin because this is the basic arena. This is the last time he's going to be in arena for a good while. Whereas Archangel, he's going to be back in a few months for his basic arena, if nothing else. I want to say big howdy, big welcome to everybody popping in. How's it going, guys? Good to see you. Good to have you. Big howdy, big welcome to Skull. With, yep, my thoughts exactly. Easy saying, hey Rob, are you refreshing? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yep, absolutely. I've got plenty of time to get to where I want to be. But yes, that is the name of the game at this point. David popping in saying, hello. What up, David? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome. And Exhilarate, always a pleasure. Saying, what's up, Rob? Howdy, howdy. Good to see you guys. Happy Wednesday again. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to have a lot more to say about the experience of doing the grind here after I've gotten some extra sleep. But that isn't going to be tonight. That's not going to be tonight. That is, that's a tomorrow night thing. After the rewards are done in the bag, and I have secured that top 100 spot. Power of positive thinking, right? Rylan says, hey Rob, know how I was telling you I was going for a Cav before the Cyber Weekend? I do remember. How's that going? Certainly not a bad idea. Of course, just with all that extra spicy loot that you wind up getting, just by being a Cavalier player. But fortunately, too, we still have another couple months. We got 2 more months before Cyber Weekend. So there's time. There's time. For anybody else who's thinking about either going Cavalier, going for Thronebreaker, or whatever, there's time. Interesting. I always thought that stunned just when he was on the Wrath phase instead of just basic. Interesting. Unless there's a synergy I'm forgetting about. Easy says, do you have a limit on the units you're willing to spend on the refreshes? I believe what I have currently is sufficient. Because between the units I've got, the units I can pull from the arena crystals, the natural refreshes and cooldowns of the champions, both 5 and 6 stars, I believe that should be enough. So I'm very happy about that. There was that bundle, that offer, was it earlier this week or was it last week? that's the kind of where I'm at now. The one that had a bunch of the last week, the one with the mutant calves as like the freebies, I wound up stocking up on that. So I got all those extra, calves and the loot with that, in addition to the units. So that's where a lot of this is all coming from. So it's a win-win, right? Right, just got it today. Congrats, Rylan. Big congrats. Yeah, that was a big old blitz, content blitz right there. In a week and a half, I went through 5-3, 5-4, and 6-1. Very cool. Good on you. Skull saying, gonna go get some Z's. All right, bud. Enjoy them Z's. I miss the Z's. But I appreciate popping in. I'll be refreshing as well. Did it earlier today because I was behind because of work. No work tonight though, so I'll be an all-nighter. Yeah, that was my experience as well. So round 1, I was I wanted to go for him, but then wanted to play with my boy instead. But second round, wound up getting called in for an extended project yesterday. So that kind of put a big damper on my grind yesterday. But thing is though, there's still 14 hours left of the grind here, so it still is a toss-up. It's anybody's game right now. So good luck, bud. Good luck. We'll be burning the midnight candle together. Man. I just hate the 5-star basic arena. Look at that, a 5-hit combo in a man thing, and I can't take off 1% health. It's just so much slower. It's just so much slower. And Anemone Enemy popping in. Hey Rob, dropping in to say hi, drop a like, and wish you the best of luck on the grind. Cheers, bud. I appreciate the well wishes. I very much do. Thank you. And good to see you too. Should be enough. With arena boost plus regular boost, was able to do roughly 6 mil with 700 units. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely plausible. The thing at this point is time. I mean, that kind of is the crux of all of it. Like, there's like maybe like, I would say 4 important things. Like if you wanted to go for a featured champion in the featured or the basic arena, there's 4 things that you got to do in order to get that champion. And the least important thing of those 4 is getting the points. Now, I mean, that sounds really dumb, right? Because the only thing that matters is the points. But in terms of like going into it yourself, the points are like, the points come, you know, the points happen. It's everything else you got to do to get those points. That's the grind. That's the challenge. I'm getting all stupid philosophical. Not philosophical, just stupid philosophical. That's what happens when I have 7 hours of sleep the last 3 days combined. It's gonna be a fun one tonight, guys. It's gonna be a fun one tonight. And we're slowing up already. This is the first time I'm grinding the basics since the new arena changes. What do you think about it so far? Because I have many thoughts about the basic arena. Featured arena, I'm totally fine with. Featured arena, I'm okay with. Basic arena, I've got a few things to say. Berserk says, hey Rob, what up Berserk? Howdy howdy, how are you? Happy Wednesday. So I'm trying to think of like in-game news today, right? Like what's the newest news? Because we got Gilly's kit, we've got Thor Rag's kit. We know what they're gonna do. We don't have official confirmation of the champs for next month yet, but we probably know. But I'm trying to think. Nothing pops to mind off the top of my head. I mean, tomorrow we got, what's his name, Nimrod, coming, starting his arena cycle with Kitty Pryde as a sub-featured in the crystals, if you guys are gonna wail out on some crystals. I probably would like to pick up a 5-star version of Nimrod for the synergies, but as interesting as he is, and as OP as he is against mutants, I don't think I'd ever really use him. So that's why I'm perfectly content with just a 5. Just to say I got one. Judah popping in. What's up, Shoe Man? You know, little of this, Judah, little of that. Still trucking on. Plan here for tonight with Exhilarate is to just keep on pushing. So my thoughts here is to push up until I get to not all the points that I want to get, but most of the points. Enough where it's like, okay, yeah, I can throw an hour at it in the morning and still feel good about it. But at the same time too, I'm gonna need a power nap at some point, or else that's just not gonna happen. Or else I'm gonna straight up pass out on the keyboard here, which has happened before. And I don't want to do that after everything the last 3 days, and honestly the last 5 days, including the last of the Odin round 1. I'm not gonna end it by passing out on the keyboard. Nah, that would be awful. Easy says, I like that it gives some noobs a chance to get the champs, but I still like getting double points for my 6s. Easy, I absolutely agree. The thing is with that though, like the only way that I think the newer players would be able to get 6 stars are for like the Psycho Men and the Super Scrolls out there, right? The way they've been front loading arenas, like off-week arenas for like the last 6 months, is that there's like some banger champions, you know? Especially recently. Between Archangel this week, Medusa a couple weeks ago. You know, stuff that people who have been in the game for a while would still go hard for. So that's the tough thing, right? So if you don't have a whole lot of 6 stars and you've got a modest 5-star roster, you're still pretty much SOL. Because, you know, you're using like the 30, 40 champions that you can throw at arena, pitting against, you know, people with a deep roster with like 3 times that much, you know. So I get where they're coming from for that, but at the same time too, I think it kind of misses the mark of what they were going for. Like if they truly wanted to have like a much more even playing field, they would just disqualify 6 stars altogether. Like if they really wanted it to be like, yo, this is for you to get some early 6 stars, then that's how they would do it, even the field a little bit. But I don't know. That and the other thing too with the basic arena is that everybody is like once you start running like the top of your roster, you're going up against other players who have 5-star rank 5, level 65 high sig champions. So if you wind up running a rank 4 against those rank 5s, you're at a disadvantage, and you start winding up getting like noodly kind of damage. So that kind of slows down the grind a bit too. But still, my average fight is anywhere between 1.5 minutes and 2 minutes. So it's not great, but it's better than I think what it could be. Dirt, how's it going, bud? I'm sorry I missed that. Rob, I hit Thronebreaker. You told me to come back once I got Thronebreaker. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. That is a major accomplishment. And kudos to you, bud. Let's do that. Let's do that. That, and the same time, too, with these, I don't want to toy around going too far down my 5-star roster. Because the last thing I also want to do is like avoid Doom squads. Basic Arena is rough. And it takes a lot of time. Going through 100 plus 6 stars just for 30,000 points is depressing. Yes. Yes, absolutely that. Absolutely that. It just takes so long. Like, I honestly think that it would take longer to get 70, 80 million points in the basic arena than like 170 points. 170 million points in featured. Like, that's not exactly true once you get, like, actually get in the nitty gritty of it, but it feels that way, which is strange. 6 stars just speed things up. Accelerate's already got that 5-star Nimrod. Hey, cheers, all. RN Jesus was with you. Just took Shang-Chi and APOC to rank 5. Those are amazing rank 5 options. Congrats, bud. You got 2 of the best in class right there at shiny new rank. For me, it's hard to argue. I would say that Shang-Chi is the best skill champion, in my humble opinion. And APOC is super competitive. It's top 3 for sure. Easy says you're SOL unless you're down to refresh. Refresh. I've got 106 stars and I can't get a new featured champ without refreshing. Even if I can easily pick up the new 5s. Yes, in the featured arena, yes. So when the arena switched over, right, and just for kicks, I wanted to see what I could do casually and what I could do when I'm like going for a spot, right? Casually, I don't know. There's a difference, I think, between what casually actually means and what the community defines casually as. Casually, it's like, yeah, I got like 20 million points. Casual game-wise is like 40 million, right? And then pushing like points as everybody comes off cooldown is like maybe 80. Still accounting for, you know, needing to do real life day-to-day stuff too. Maybe if I'm lucky I could hit 1 million. Maybe if I'm lucky. But yeah, to hit every set of 10 mil after that is a major push. It is a major push. So when you get a champion like Hercules or Kitty Pryde or Shang-Chi, well, no, Shang-Chi not so much because he was the first So he got a pass. He would have gone higher. But Hercules and Kitty Pryde for sure, where you get like 60, 70, 160, 170 million cut off. That's absurd. Jacob popping in saying, "What's up, Rob?" Howdy, howdy, Jacob. Good to see you. How's it going? Welcome to the Rob Gets Wrecked stream. Cyber asking, "Hey, Rob, how's it going? Couldn't be happier. My hunt for 5-star Mr. Negative is over." Lucky you, bud. Lucky you. Enjoy that shiny new 5-star. I have so much fun with Mr. Negative. I've got so much fun. Like, he's going to be going ring 3, and he's probably going to go ring 3 unawakened, just because I'm impatient. But as soon as Mr. Negative's arena comes around in, like, is it next month, I think? Yeah, I'm going for an awakening. Sergio asking, what do I think about the buffs? I mean, both of them heavily rely on how they actually feel in game. Like, you can read them on paper and they sound, it's like, hey, that sounds like a modest improvement. I like modest improvements. But it's nothing to be like, oh my goodness, these guys are gonna be amazing. So it's kind of like wait and see. Where if it's like a Ebony Maw sort of thing, where it's like, yeah, okay, you buffed them, but did you though? Or like Ronin, where they just change things for the sake of changing things when nobody asked them to change things outside of just a value update. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough because when you've got like Hercules as a fan vote winner, right? Setting the bar for what a fan vote champion would look like. And then you've got the Gilly update, which is also a fan vote, looking very... we'll see. It's kind of a bummer. Yeah, Nova, exactly. Thank you. See, that's how bad Nova's buff was. I forgot that he had even gotten buffed. Poor Nova. Maybe someday he'll get some proper TLC. Maybe. If he's lucky. If we're lucky. I hope so. I really, really hope so. Funny thing though is that Kitty Pryde is like a Nova that works. Because the playstyle is exactly the same. You dash back and then dash forward. It's the same playstyle. It's just that Kitty Pryde inflicts a massive amount of damage and utility, whereas Nova is just like yeeting across the field just for kicks. Hey, it's Music Man Joe. How's it going, bud? Pleasure having you here. Happy Wednesday. Just got done watching What If, Episode 7. I enjoyed it. And who shows up at the very end is crazy. Yes. So without spoilers, just because that episode came out today and give people a chance to go in fresh, but without giving spoilers, was that ending spoiled for you anywhere else? Or was that like the first time seeing that character? Because for me, unfortunately, I saw the trailer. They wound up putting out a halfway season trailer for some reason, and they're like, haha, spoilers. Disney did this, mind you. So I'm like, hey, that's cool. But is it though? I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it. My spoiler-free review is I enjoyed it. It's not a spoiler to say that overall, for all the different episodes, I really enjoy how they're doing Captain Marvel, personally. Like, I've enjoyed Captain Marvel as a character a lot more in, like, the, I don't know, 15 minutes of screen time she's had in the series so far. Much more so than the movie. And if they keep writing the character in an interesting way like this, then I have greater hope for the character in the overall MCU going forward. I'm trying to be delicate with my words. It could also be that I just really enjoy the animation effect in the cartoon of the way that they animate her binary ignition phase, or supernova, or Super Saiyan, whatever you want to call it. Because in the movie, I don't know, I didn't like it. It looked bad. Judah says, on paper, the ghillie buff looks meh. The big thing is how much she winds up healing in real life. Like, the rest of it is, you know, pretty similar, right? Can do a lot of damage, and then the synergies can wind up adding a lot to that too. But the new heals mechanic, I really think is going to wind up making her breaking the character. Not really. I've seen a clip of them appearing. I didn't know where it would have been. Fair enough. Like, they first showed up, but before I actually got to see them, I stopped watching the clip. Ah, there you go. It didn't ruin the experience for me. It's just, I don't know, I really try and avoid spoilers because I enjoy seeing things fresh, like, in person. So it didn't ruin anything for me, but it was like, hey, that's cool. I like that. Is next week the season finale already, or is next week just a regular episode and then the season finale? I forget. Because I think they still could do at least one more episode based off of how this week's went before the finale. With Captain Marvel in the MCU, I never felt as if a character hated me as much as she does. I really think that's the difference. That's the difference in between the way the character is written. I think it's a difference between the way that the character is animated, and then how the lines are delivered too. Because in the show, it comes across as like a confident snark, like in a good way, like a, how do I say it? Kind of like, I don't know, like Thor-ish a little bit. Like MCU Thor. Where like he knows that he's good, but then he's also like throwing around a couple of like snarky one-liners and jokes and stuff too. In a good way. So that's the way the cartoon version is being done. I think that may be what they were trying to go for in the movie, but it didn't come across that way. Hobbit coming in with the hashtag Hobbit raid. What up, Hobbit? Appreciate that, bud. Thank you for the raid. How'd it go tonight? Man, good to see you, bud. Hope they do an episode where Hulk wins versus Thanos instead of losing in an Infinity War. Maybe he takes the Infinity Gauntlet. That could be fun. I mean, what if is like the perfect space to introduce either like Maestro or I don't know, some different take on Evil Hulk or like Omega Hulk or even a Warworld Hulk proper. Could be fun. Or if nothing else, set that up for a season 2. Because that, I mean, like the premise of the show really sets itself up for however many seasons they want to wind up doing, you know? Sergio says, I honestly hope Thor really gets better. He's such an awesome character, and Thor Ragnarok is easily one of the best MCU movies. The character in game, yes. That also is going to wind up... Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. Oh, perfect. Especially, too, because he still is one of the top prestige options. So for the people that are stuck playing the prestige game, you kind of have to cross that bridge eventually, you know? So it'd be nice to have a character that actually can deliver, aside from just being a trophy bench warmer. Hopefully. Yeah, it's a fine line between being snarky and sarcastic and being cocky and aloof, you know? I think that's why Tony Stark worked as well as he did, is because Robert Downey Jr. was able to thread that needle in such a way where he does and says very unkind, mean things to people who don't deserve it, but you still wind up rooting for him because there's just enough charisma behind it to kind of like temper it. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Because I think Ms. Marvel is coming out next as like the next appearance of the character, probably. Right? I'm assuming. Someone I was watching suggested they need a writer with pathos and regret. Leaning into her as a workaholic, wanting to save everyone, everywhere, but knowing she can't. Like a triage doctor. Especially how the way that they have her written now, right? Where she's just constantly off-world helping people. That could be fun. That could actually be a lot of fun. I hope so. I really hope so. And then I hope they figure out what to do with Nick Fury. Because ever since Infinity War, basically, for me, Nick Fury has just been on a, like, lightning fast downhill course where it's just like everybody seems to just be done with the character. Like, Sam Jackson feels like he's collecting a paycheck. The writers feel like they have to have him in there for some reason. I thought Kamala was next. Yes. Yeah. But they're calling the show Ms. Marvel, I think. Because it's the Disney Plus show coming out next year. So there you have like set photos and costume and stuff like that leaked on the interwebs. But then I think like either end of next year or 2023, that's when they're having the team up, the Marvels. I want Dormammu to get an Ultron level buff. Yeah, or at the very least, a value update where he can actually do some damage. You know, that would be nice. Because he's got an interesting enough tool belt. It's just so vanilla otherwise. Alright, so Corvus is going up there. Let's see who else I got. Cool. Hulk's going up there. And Blade is definitely going up there. Before I do that, burn a boost, or else I'm gonna lose it, because inventory caps are stupid. I hate inventory caps. It's so needless. Also, Hitmonkey is getting a show on Hulu. Yeah, I saw that. That trailer dropped like 2 days ago. I didn't even know that was coming. And I saw the trailer. I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't they just do MCoC like a month ago? But here we are. Astro saying hello, hello. Howdy, Astro. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome to Rob Gets Wrecked. Just for the lulz. All Dormammu really needs is more damage output and maybe better block proficiency. He's got great utility. Yes. Utility in spades. Just nothing to back it up with. What up, Taz? Good to see you, my friend. vonShoe, what is up? Me, apparently, because I don't like sleeping, evidently. I do this to myself. Hope your day's been smashingly well. Good to see you. And Buddy Lee also joining in on the Hobbit raid. What up, Rob? Still going. Still going. Still trucking. I seem to be missing somebody. Corvus disappeared. Come back. I'm on a timer, dude. Stupid. Stupid. I mean, it's right on cue. Right on cue. Every 40 minutes. Man, my golden night is to... I said the joke earlier, but my golden night is to not fall asleep where I sit. Look at this. This is all stuff I can't claim. I can't claim that, or that, or that, or that, or that. And it's just gonna sit there unread for like 3 weeks to a month. Always something. Animation for Hitmonkey is similar to What If? Yes, but like a couple steps down. It looks very straight out of the box, I'll say. That's right, Taz. Again, man, but good luck. We're almost there. We are almost there. It's the home stretch. Friggin' MCoC. Missing out on MCoC by 15 minutes of gameplay. So silly. My game doesn't crash. That would be so irritating. Yep, it's on a device-by-device basis. It just depends on the make and model of it. It's a completely different experience. It's like people with an Android, different experience. People with an iPhone 10, 11, whatever, 12, different experiences. Astro saying Rob is preparing for an Elsa cosplay. That would actually be fun. That'd actually be really fun to do a gender swap Elsa. Like, that would take a lot of planning. A lot of planning. But I think you could make it work. Come on, dude. My gripes about Arena is how passive the bots play. I'm sure someday they'll get the crashing issue sorted out. Someday. When the game is old and gray. And then we got the extra bandwidth to play with just naturally. Well, hopefully that day is not for a long time still. Text that, text that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I shall take that. The more points, the merrier. If you want a crashing experience, you should watch Taz's stream. Poor Taz. Sad day. There's always a technical something going on, though. Like for me, it's OBS here. Like the face cam is fine. But the game cam hiccups for reasons. I don't know. I do apologize for yawning all over the place, guys. My apologies. So I'm kind of glad that Sandman isn't a character in the game, or else he'd put me right out. You know a metric I don't ever want to see in-game about in-game stats? Like I don't know if they keep stats, like proper stats, or what. But if they did, theoretically saying, if they did, I would never want to know how many times I've tapped this screen. I wouldn't want to know. Like, not like overall ever. I wouldn't want to know for like something small and temporary, like an arena grind. Wouldn't want to know. And then you might wind up depressing me a wee bit. Astro, holy cow, bud. Sent over 89 rupees. How's it going, bud? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is very kind. That is very, very kind and very, very generous of you. Cheers, bud. Thank you muchly. That's so cool. Let's get you up here on the Wall of Fame. we go. Push you live. Awesome. Thank you muchly, bud. I really do appreciate that. Which special attack was the one you couldn't dex for the longest time before you finally could? Yellow Jacket special one, you couldn't dex for a while. And then Sentinels, you could dex and then they took it away. And then they had you be able to dex again. Those are a couple. Off the top of my head, at least. Lefty, I don't remember if I said howdy or not, but if I haven't, Lefty Knox in the house, everybody. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. How's midweek now treating you? FF Gaming says, is 5-star Iceman good? Yes, he is good. He is. I'll say he's good. Does he need a damage tune-up? Yes, he does need that. Utility-wise, though, he's still really good. He's one of only maybe 5 characters in the entire game who can cold snap, which is very useful against evading champs, and for certain hazard shift nodes too. Plus, when he's awakened, then he gets ice armor at the start of the fight. What ice armor does is that it winds up eating damage that's like in excess of, I don't know, 5-10% of max health, something like that. Meaning, with ice armor up, you can tank massive attacks or take a special 3 without worrying about getting KO'd or one-shot, because you got that ice armor protecting you, which is pretty cool. Man of my word. Last stream I was just lurking during work. This one, I'm watching you get wrecked and sleepy. It's pretty embarrassing that a couple of things that I've already caught myself slipping up on in game. Like, for instance, when I go here and match up with a champion, right? I just go and look to see that it's like, oh yeah, Corvus, there's an arrow next to his face, so that means that's a good matchup. Not thinking or paying attention that it's a red downward arrow, and that wasn't a good idea. So I wound up missing out on some easy points that way. It took me forever to dex Hitmonkey's special one. Takes a good bit of timing. APOC specials still mess me up. Me too. I've just gotten used to like cheating a little bit with them. What am I talking about? Special attack. With APOC specials, where you wind up like blocking the first hit and then dexing out of the rest of it. Which doesn't work against like unblockable special nodes, but just to reduce chip damage for the rest of the fight, then that's what's worked out for me. By the time I finished exploring Variant 2, I could reliably dex Yellow Jacket's Special 1. It's a really good thing to know. It's a really good thing to know. It's equal parts spacing and timing. Like that, for instance, staring at a picture and knowing what I'm staring at, but just like doing one of these. Oh boy. What is one champ you learned how to use, but now you barely use them? Guardian, off the top of my head. Long shot is up there. I'd say those two probably off the top of my head. Like, Guardian I wound up taking up to rank 3 early on for prestige, and then also for synergy's sake for the perfect block. Oh. But yeah, after a while, he's not a bad champion. I have other characters I like playing instead, so Guardian and then Longshot as well. It's really fun seeing that big melty damage he gets off of the special 2 when the stars align, but awakened. B. Mick G says, "Are ya winning, son?" Aye, aye, Captain. I hope. I think. I have no idea. I'm hanging on by a thread. What up, Brandon? Hope you're doing well. Hitmonkey Special 1 is deceptive. The bullet volleys act more like a single bullet if you get the general timing right. Yes, that is true. Did they change Cable Special 1? It used to be able to dex no problem, but you can't pull it off anymore. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was an intentional change or if Cable's heavy attack wound up getting lumped in with something else. Man, that's how you know it's bad. I start talking and then halfway through the sentence it's just... So if I wind up being a bit incoherent, I apologize. Redwood says, "Yo! What up, Redwood? Good to see you." And Virendra as well. I saw you pop in a wee bit ago. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I had a less science ISO, decided to skip Spider-Ham rank up, and then mistakenly ranked up Beardo. Okay. It's a happy miss. At least the miss champ is good. Do that. Slappy, slappy rock attack. Beautiful. Guardian might be my first rank 3 tech, but I don't know yet. Might wait for someone I don't have. He's not a bad champion, and there's a lot of stuff that he does well. There's a lot of stuff he does well. I think it just got to a point where I was starting to get a little tired of the ramp up. Especially in the shorter fights. Because he can do some absolutely dirty damage on his special 2. But you gotta get that ramped up, you gotta get that revved up, and that takes time. So Mystics are all out. Maybe. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Let's do a mutant. And then Archangel because he's fast. Gotta go fast. Say Rob, because Rob is always going against the bots. It's true. It's never ending. Never ending. Is Kitty worth the top mutant spot? Apart from the True Focus mode interaction, will she retain the top spot? She'll be top 3 for sure. Top 5 if nothing else. But I do think so. I do think so. And the reason for that is that when she's awakened, that 100% ability to take no damage while phased can wind up being super useful in tanking big hits that you wouldn't want to tank otherwise. I don't even remember if I boosted. I don't think I boosted, did I? I don't think so. The only Odin I'm grinding for is the 4-star. Nothing wrong with that. He still does everything that the other versions do, so you may as well. Sunspotted says, yo, yo, my bro. What up, Sunspotted? Howdy, welcome. Cyber says, you need some Z's. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. No doubt. Sunspotted says, be honest, did you get a haircut? No. Nope, I just don't have any product in my hair. So it has a bit more volume. I think that just says a bit more about the quality of my product. Alright, so let's keep going with Corvus here. So Corvus, let's do Archangel. Let's do iHulk. And then just, again, because I've got boosts expiring, and I may as well use them if nothing else. Not a great arena overall strategy. So if you don't have boosts expiring, I don't recommend you run boosts. Did I really? Man. Must have been a blade. I think I missed blade somehow. Because that dude... Yeah. Cool. Let's do that. Let's do that. But yeah, to answer the, go back to the Kitty Pride bit. Yeah, I do think that she is, again, going to be like top 3, top 5. She can do a lot of big damage, but there are so many other mutants that can do big damage with other unique toolkits. I think it really is going to wind up like boiling down to she'll be a really nice asset in a utility belt of other characters. But otherwise, she's good. I think time will tell too. If the more people play her, and then especially the more people take her into like endgame content or alliance content, you know, she'll have the rest of her day in the sun. Taz says, my game just crashed again. Ah, rip. Oh. So that's wound up getting me a bunch. I mean, I've commented a little bit that I haven't been playing the cleanest ever. But for whatever reason, I think because I'm so used to the cadence of the 6 stars and like the fact that like when they end a fight with a special attack, it usually is always enough for a KO. Whereas the 5-star here, I'm going into with the 6-star mentality of, oh yeah, they're gonna get knocked out, and then they don't. And that hasn't been working out super great. Kitty's no damage while phasing ability, does it also include passive damage? Can she do some halfway Namorly stuff? Yeah, so that includes all damage. She takes no damage while phasing, which is really cool. Also includes passive damage. Yep. I mean, like Namor-esque in that, you know, it's flying, got the wings and all that, but There we go. Got it. But that freaking like phase that Kitty's got is just so busted in so many different situations. Like in the best possible way offensively, but defensively, not as much. Alright. I have got to pay attention. Is 5-star Professor X good? Yes, he's very good. It's very, very good. Both for playing by himself and then also giving his synergies away to other people. Cool. I like to live dangerously. Running refreshes and boosts when I'm doing one of these. Alright, focus time, Rob. Focus time. I hope I get a 5-star kitty instead of a 6-star from the featured calves. It's easier to awaken. Yep, I think that's why 5-stars are going to be around for at least a good bit little longer. Because they're a lot easier to wake up and then sig up as well. So we've got like, what, a month left between the 5-star featured and a month left for the 6-star featured, give or take. So it'll be fun to see who else they wind up putting in that pool aside from these guys and some randoms, right? Man. Kitty's a perfect candidate to invest in as a 5-star, Hercules as well. I would agree with that sentiment. I would absolutely agree with that sentiment. Awakening or not, very much worth the invest. Because when she's unawakened, she takes 80% reduced damage, which is really good. But awakened, that's when she takes that 100%. Cool, let's do that. Like, I haven't gotten a chance to do as much Kitty Pride testing as I normally would have wanted to. But it's so good. It's so good. Stop it, Spidey. Is 4-star Ghost good? Yeah. Never, can't go, you usually can't go wrong with Ghost. Does Kitty need SIGs or is an Awakening good enough? An Awakening is good enough. Because the Awakening winds up giving you that 100% reduced damage. No matter if it's SIG 1 or SIG 200, it's still the same. So is she Awakening Gem good though? Yes, I would definitely say a Mutant Awakening Gem, she's definitely worth that. We've got her at rank 3, but I'm out of mutant resources. I mean, you got the hardest part down, getting her at rank 3 in the first place. So, awesome. Get the hard part out of the way. The resources, they'll come. They'll be here. Silly Carnage. I can't wait for the inevitable Venom and Carnage. Probably like Venom, like a symbiote themed events or crystal coming out. Especially if it's part of like the daily login. It's like you got a 3 to a 6 star chance to get one of these spicy characters. I'm like, oh, okay. Well. Uh-oh, stop it. Stop it. I gave her a generic, but I had 4, so... Oh, that's fine. I would say that she would arguably be worth a generic gem as well, with the understanding that, what am I even talking about? See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I start a sentence, and then I just, like, meander. It's a combination of mosey and meander. And by the time I get to where I was originally supposed to go, I just don't remember the way I came. Good times. Cool. Let's keep on going. Yeah, let's do that. Freaking Annihilus. Dude's everywhere. Dude just doesn't give up. I think he's one of those champs that I feel like I could get a better handle on, knowing what to expect and all that. I don't know why I thought that was Emma Frost for a second on that giant friggin' surfboard. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're talking buffs closer to the top of the stream, and I think, as memory serves, is Terax actually good now? Like, I would hope so. But at the same time, I have seen no evidence, really, from, like, extended either playtesting or alliance events or whatever, demonstrating a, yeah, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Man. What a push. What a push. So of course this also is running the damage masteries, but I'm a mutant, so I don't care. And this fight's over. Friggin' Archangel. Would have loved to have gotten mine woken up right now for the ability accuracy reduction. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. Cool. There's that. Terax is a solid champ. We've got him at rank 3. Nice. I gotta say, like, the rock stacks that he can proc was probably the most exciting part about the champion and his kit when I first saw him. I don't use Terax outside of the arena, but he's got fans. It's true. It's a growing community, the Terax fans. But hey, I mean, you like who you like, right? It doesn't really matter who they are. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Get magic in on that ninja action. Ferendra says, am I hallucinating? Why is Archangel and Corvus fighting again and again? Oh, yeah. Yep, that's why. That's why. Name of the game is Refresh. Alright, have a good night, Rob, and chat. Easy, take care, bud. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. And you enjoy the rest of your evening. I think Easy's got the right idea, though. Stop it. I have no idea how that fight ended. That is sad but true. I have no idea how that fight ended. Okay, so those guys are off. I can get one more round in with Blade on that boost. And let's throw Archangel in there for good measure. Cool. Sweet. Snuck in one added Blade boost match. So that's cool, I'll take that. I'll take that. Dexy Dex. Throwy throw. Next month's gonna be an interesting month, because I speculate that Ghost Rider, either Ghost Rider, Voodoo, or Hyperion are going to get added as an arena sometime during the month. Just at the rate that they're going. Now, if chronological order means anything, it doesn't, but if it means anything. FF saying bye. Bye, bud. So if you guys are just tuning in, I do apologize. It is not the usual, second KO, yeah, usual lively stream. And as a matter of fact, I probably should call an early stream there. Slightly early, but an early stream nevertheless. And the reason for that is that I'm gonna go take a power nap. I'm gonna go take a power nap and get back on the grind here. Everybody's got 13 hours left in the arena. I'm not concerned. I'm not at a point where it's like, I don't think I can make it. I can make it. It's just a matter of getting the points on the board. So, to wrap things up, let's open up a crystal. It's something I like to do for funsies here on the channel. Let's open up a 3-star. And guess who the champion is going to be popping out of said crystal. Doesn't matter, a class or whatever, but get some fake internet points and some brownie points just for kicks. So I'm going to guess it's going to be Shang-Chi, because I think he just got added, right? But that's going to do me for tonight's live stream. I'm going to have a results video out tomorrow. I did a video log of the grind here because I wound up doing something a little bit different for this grind. I wanted to to get to the bottom of something. So that's going to be coming out here in the days to come. It is a 3-star... Well, it doesn't matter. Max Sig. So that's going to be coming out tomorrow. If you guys are going for any of the champions, whether it's Archangel or Odin, I wish you guys the best of luck. And yeah, fingers crossed, guys. Home stretch. Alright, that's going to do me for tonight. I'm Rob vonShoe. Till next time, everybody. Take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. Be well, all. Bye for now.